All right, let's go ahead and move on. We got the Panthers, who are 4-5, coming up against the Cardinals, who are 8-1. The Cardinals are home and favored by 10.5. The over/under is 44.5. This will truly be a game of offense versus defensive powers because the Cardinals come in boasting one of the league's top offenses, the Panthers having one of the league's best defenses. However, this game could easily feature backup quarterbacks on both sides of the ball, as Sam Darnold will be probably heading towards IR with his injury. Kyler seems to be either tempered or not practicing, but from what I can tell, it does sound like the team is indicating that he is going to play this week. Can't necessarily say the same about DeAndre Hopkins, but historically, besides last week, Hopkins doesn't practice and then does play. So let's hope for the same here. Historically, this matchup has been dominated, however, by the Panthers. The Panthers have won each of their last 5 matchups versus the Cardinals by 10 or more points, including playoff appearances. However, their offense is on the struggle bus right now, probably with a flat tire, as they have only been able to score 1 touchdown in the past 3 games. Fantasy wise, in this one, Christian McCaffrey is the best play on the Panther side of the ball. DJ Moore is an interesting play. He doesn't seem to have that same upside that he had at the start of the year, which is pretty disappointing, but he's definitely still in your lineup. In terms of the Cardinals side, personally, I just want to say I'm super impressed by James Conner. I was not expecting this out of him, and he's just a smash play at this point. If they play Kyler Murray, DeAndre Hopkins, of course, as well, Zach Ertz, all are definitely good options. But on the game itself, Cardinals being favored by 10.5, I'm going to go ahead and take it. I think that I'm going to lean on the Cardinals to cover that spread because I do think that Kyler's going to play. And the offense has just been really chugging along. The defense is solid. Over underwise, 44.5 seems like a fair line. I want to take the over, but it doesn't make me feel comfortable. But I'm going to take the over. Jake, what are you thinking in this one?
So you pretty much nailed everything on the head for me, except for the fact I'm going to take the under just because I don't trust PJ Walker. Yeah, you have to start DJ Moore, especially with where you drafted him and probably how your roster is created. Or not PJ Walker. I said PJ Walker, right?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. So yeah,
Pretty sure.
yeah, I did. I confused PJ and DJ in my brain.
And
I was like,
TJ
wait,
and
yeah, I was like, what's going on? So yeah, I'm gonna take the under on this one just because I don't trust PJ Walker. I don't know what he's gonna do. Yeah, CMC is back, but that Cardinals defense has been humming. They're playing really, really well. Yeah, Buda Baker's on concussion protocol. Hopefully he comes back. I haven't seen any updates on if he's going to be back or not. It does look like Kyler is leaning on coming back for this game. So if he's back, I'll definitely take the Cardinals to cover. If the Cardinals covered against the 49ers, yeah, the 49ers haven't been great, but they supposedly have a really good defense as well too. Not Carolina defense good. I do think this is the only one of the only defenses in the league that really matches up really well against Cliff Kingsbury and how they run their offense, because if DeAndre Hopkins is back, then Stephon Gilmore is probably going to shadow him all game long. So temper your expectations if you do have DeAndre Hopkins. Also, AJ Green looks like he's going to come back. Rondell Moore is still on concussion protocol, but he might be back as well too. So yeah, I'll take the Cardinals on this one. I'll take probably going to take the under on this just because there's a lot of injuries. Carolina has a really good defense and could slow down the Cardinals. And I just don't trust PJ Walker. DJ Moore, yeah, you gotta start him. Gotta have him go. Hopefully, again, personally, hopefully PJ Walker just hyper targets the hell out of DJ Moore. I'd really love that. Um, but yeah, not excited for the fantasy options on the Carolina side really at all. CMC, the only one that I'm excited for. That's just because I love CMC, and I would even temper expectations with CMC this week.
Yeah, the only other name that I'll mention for fantasy back on the Arizona side, especially if there's those injury guys like Hopkins and AJ Green out, is Christian Kirk. I think that he would be the right play in that scenario. He definitely seemed to be the leading receiver and best fantasy option besides James Conner last week. So that's definitely a
And
name
just
that
to
I would
but
keep an eye on.
and just to kind of buddy off of your James Conner, especially with Chase Edmonds looking like he's going to be out 2-3 weeks. God, James Conner leading the league in touchdowns right now. Who would have thought that would have happened? Like, that's crazy. As a Cardinals fan, that was the one of the best pickups we could have got in this offseason. He's been absolutely awesome and so fun to watch.
Thank you, Steve Keim. Sorry for cursing you so much. Cardinals fans, man, we hated Cliff Kingsbury and Steve Keim heading into this season.
Oh gosh, it's not necessarily hated. It was definitely a big prove it year. Like,
Yeah,
show us you're worth it.
I mean, kind of hated. Thank you for listening to this little highlight of the 2 Minute Drill podcast. If you want to follow along to other games, here's a playlist for you. If you want to listen to the show in its entirety, show links are in the description. Make sure you're subscribed to the YouTube channel, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace.